Students don't leave their rights at the door. I mean, the Supreme Court has said that multiple times.
Today, the Flagler County School Board will address the issue of school protest rules. Board Chair Trevor Tucker says they're taking up the issue following recent protests at Flagler schools.
Well, our policy was really kind of outdated. With that, we've updated the policy. A lot of people confuse our policies with procedures, though. So we're trying to update the policy that gives guidance for the superintendent so they'll be able to create the procedures for that walkout.
He outlined part of the proposed policy.
So we would have to know what you're protesting, because you can't protest anything that is against anything lewd, lascivious, anything about drugs, alcohol, any things that are prohibited in school. You're not supposed to protest. And the other deal is you cannot disrupt the education of other students. So if other students want to stay in class and learn, they have that right.
Flagler Palm Coast senior Brian Sudrain says he agrees with that policy.
Not every student is going to want to be in the protest, but the people who are passionate about those specific topics to still have a voice. And I mean, we live in a democracy, so, that's the most important part, to everyone have a voice.
And as for working with school administrators,
I think for the most part, the school administration is trying to be understanding. It's just there's an environment that they're dealing with extraneous factors that kind of causes it to maybe sometimes be slow, or for them to be dealing with other issues. But I think for the most part, there's good intent.
The school board will have a workshop today at 1 and a meeting at 6. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
Flagler County has an organization focused on creating a safety net of services to support the community. It's called Flagler Cares. CEO Carrie Baird says the organization started 7 years ago.
We've grown over time to really expand that safety net, identify issues in our system, and figure out a solution to those, using our staff resources to really make a difference and ensure that people have access to behavioral health care, different kinds of things like health insurance or food stamps or housing, to make sure that they can be healthy and stable.
Another goal is to coordinate services and to improve efficiencies. To accomplish that, they did research.
We collected data, over 300 secondary data sources, things like looking at deaths or number of births, things like that. We did a community survey that reached over 2,000 people in Volusia and Flagler. We did focus groups, stakeholder interviews, all leading us to a set of priorities that the whole community is going to get behind.
Baird says they decided to work with Volusia County to move the process forward, as many stakeholders also have a presence there.
A Flagler County law enforcement employee is now working on a national level.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office RealTime Crime Center leadership team attended the inaugural RealTime Symposium recently in California, where RTCC Supervisor Nikki North made a presentation on how to develop an RTCC unit. During the conference, Supervisor North was announced as the Vice President of the National Real-Time Crime Center Association. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
This is quite an honor for the Sheriff's Office and Supervisor North, and is an indication of the caliber of employees that are serving our community.
Supervisor North participated in panels focusing on technological, foundational, analytical, and collaborative topics, all in an effort to bring new strategies to crime centers across the country. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Last week, the Flagler County Education Foundation Board of Directors named Teresa Rizzo as Executive Director. She succeeds her late husband, Joe Rizzo, who became Executive Director 6 years ago. Teresa says the foundation has big plans for the future.
I am going to take the roots in the foundation that Joe created, and we're just going to grow that. We have got a fabulous team there at the foundation, and we have got ideas and innovative thinking to provide even more opportunities for students in Flagler County that wouldn't necessarily have those opportunities without the foundation there to support them. We're going to work right alongside Flagler County schools, looking at their strategic plan and aligning some of our support with the goals that they are working on as well.
An informal meet and greet with Teresa takes place May 24th at the Government Services Building. What is Public Works?
Benny Cope is the workforce data analyst, Public Works, for the city of Palm Coast. He said that Public Works keeps the city beautiful.
Public Works' department is the people that you see out mowing the medians, taking care of the irrigation along all the parkways. We're the beautification process. We are the leading factor of what you see when you pull into Palm Coast.
Cope said that because they use so many different types of vehicles to do their jobs, they're holding their second annual Touch a Truck event this Saturday. Catch the Flagler Voice on Saturday mornings at 8:30 or anytime on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, Touch a Truck does two things. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.